You're on the Eric Pedigo show.
Yo, it's Stark.
Oh, Stark Dog. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, man?
Hey, not too bad. Just moving right along here. I've got a couple picks for Pittsburgh so far. The last guy who just called in, Jim Day, Fantasy Taz, who's been on our Fantasy Football 101 show, Mark's buddy.
Right.
He called in and says Green Bay 37-21.
37?
37-21, a beatdown of nearly epic proportions. What do you think about that?
He must like Aaron Rodgers more than you do.
I mean, you wouldn't think that was possible, but yeah, maybe he does. What do you got going on right now? You got a couple minutes here?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, good deal. Well, so let's get right into it. I know we went over this morning, but for the people here that weren't there this morning, who wins, Adam?
I have Pittsburgh winning, and I talked about it several times on and off air, but I just think the experience factor of those guys being there not once but twice and some of them 3 times already, and I really like that defense. I know the secondary is a little suspect, and that's where Rodgers could have a good day, but I think it's going to be a really good game, but I have Pittsburgh winning 27-24, and my MVP is the kicker.
The kicker? Sweesham?
Yeah. Yep, John Sweesham. He's going to be the MVP of the game.
Knock it off. Are you serious?
No, I'm just joking.
I'm writing these down.
Yeah. I know you're a big fan of the kicker.
They're huge.
No, I have Big Ben as my MVP. I just think the experience factor is going to help out with the Steelers. I am interested, though, to see how the crowd reacts. I want to know if it's going to be a Steelers fan or a Steelers crowd or
Green Bay crowd?
Or Green Bay crowd, but or just a party crowd. I don't know which way it's going to be because I think it could affect the Packers a little bit more than the Steelers if the crowd gets into it.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see how that pans out as well. But I was thinking about that because we brought it up this morning, and I didn't get a chance to weigh in on it. But it seems to me like both of these teams, Adam, are 2 of the most popular teams in the league, and that their fan bases will most likely both travel really well. And it seems like Dallas. What does that place hold? Like 100,000 people or something crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a record. I think they're shooting for over 105,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, I honestly think it'll be pretty well split, and I think what that will result is just absolute mad chaos for the. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be tough for both teams. I think it's going to be loud, essentially the whole time, especially if it's a close game. You know what I mean? So, like you said, anxious to see which team will buckle under that and which team will. We'll go through and not let it affect them. And you're saying the experience will probably pan out Pittsburgh.
Right.
All right. Boy, a lot of picks for Pittsburgh. You know what's weird to me is that it seems like even though Roethlisberger is an incredibly unpopular guy, everybody seems to think he's a real greasy dirtball, Yet still, I seem to have found more people kind of pulling for Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? And not just picking them to win, but actually pulling for Pittsburgh in this game. And I'm wondering, is that because we're here in Central Illinois and everybody is so diehard Bears that they just hate the Packers that much that they would rather see someone who, most likely committed some sort of crime in the last year. They would rather see that guy come out on top than the team that beat their team.
Yeah. No, I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for anyone. I don't. My dislike for the Packers goes back to the '90s, because I'm a huge Niners fan, and in the '90s it was all
preach on, brother.
Packers. Troy Aikman and the Cowboys, and Steve Young / Joe Montana and the 49ers, and I grew a hatred for the Packers back then. And I'm not a Steelers fan by any means, and like I said, I'm not rooting for them, but if I was going to root for someone, I would root for the Steelers, and I'm picking them to win, so that's who I'm rooting for tomorrow. So, I'm not a Bears fan. I know there's a lot of Bears fans rooting for the Steelers, like you said. It doesn't, despite the greasy, possible convicted felon, Big Ben Roethlisberger. But you know, that's why I'm picking the Steelers, not because I'm
not because you're black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
I'm not black and yellow. No, not at all.
Awesome. Well, let's hit you with a prop bet. I have you down 27-24 Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger is the MVP. Key to the game, you're saying, will be the experience factor that Pittsburgh has over Green Bay. And boy, that's
on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and that's a tough one to argue with.
Yeah, Big Ben, Hines Ward. You know, defense, numerous names on the defense.
Okay, well, hard to argue with, and I will give my picks on everything at the very end. So I'm trying not to debate with anyone who calls in too much and give myself away. Anyhow, you make good points. You know what I mean? How can anyone possibly say that the Steelers don't have way more experience when basically the whole team has a Super Bowl ring already, and most of them 2. So
I think they said something like 16 of them. This is their second Super Bowl, if not third.
Jeez, that's unreal. That is unreal.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit you with a prop bet, because these are the most fun. It's like picking the winner now against the spread is secondary to all of this other crap, it seems like, doesn't it?
Okay, yeah. No, there's a lot of fun stuff to bet on.
Okay, so let's try this. How many times will Fox mention... Oh, you wanted a Roethlisberger one. I don't have one. There's not one on my list.
That's all right. What do you got?
All right, how many times will Fox mention Brett Favre on TV during the game, over, under 2.5?
Oh, I say over. The Super Bowl is one of the longest NFL football games ever. And, they're going to talk a lot about the lockout, I think. They're going to bring up Favre. And they're going to show Jerry Jones a lot. He put up that, a $1.2 billion stadium that everyone's going to be at. I mean, they're going to show him a lot. I mean, that's what, they're going to show Romo will probably be there up in the suite, So they'll show a lot of Dallas people, but, yeah, I go over on that one.
I'm with you. I'm over. I mean, I might actually try to hunt down a bookie today and put one down on that, put down a lot on that. I mean, 2.5 is low, I think.
If Green Bay wins, they'll say Favre's name 3 times, in the post-game show.
Yeah, and I don't think it starts. I don't think it goes from kickoff to the end of the game. I think it's the broadcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And they got to fill some time before and after. Boy, 2.5 seems really low for Favre. I would have put that number at about 5.5.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. 5.5 sounds good.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for the call, Adam.
Yeah, 5.5 too many though. I don't want to hear about Favre.
Yeah, I know you don't. No one does.
It's all about the Steelers and the Packers, man. But yeah, good to be on with you, and it really should be a really good game. I mean, that's what we all talked about this morning. I'm just looking forward to an awesome game tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be. And some good food. I'm looking forward to that as well. And
of course.
And several Stark Weissers.
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling, Adam.
Yep, have a good one.
See ya.